Ask yourself, where does it begin? Does it begin in the drawing room? Does it begin on the test track? Does it begin in the showroom or on your test drive? After all, the core components are the same as any other internal combustion engine car. 4 wheels and a driver's cockpit. No, the story with your EV begins with the magnets and the batteries. Hey EV fans, welcome back to an EV News Roundup here at Jim's EV Adventures. I'm Jim and today we're diving deeply into the electrifying world of the EV supply chain where the real magic behind your electric ride happens. We're not going to discuss EV models, new models, or what's on the road or what's up with your EV company. But we do have a couple of stories that we're going to do a deep dive into. First, we're going to discuss the drama around rare earth elements like neodymium and praseodymium, those things that power EV motors. Yeah, try saying those things fast on camera 4 times. Kind of a tongue twister. Then we'll unpack the wild market trends for lithium, cobalt, and nickel, the heartbeat of many EV batteries. Plus, we have a bonus good news story to throw in to keep your EV enthusiasm fully charged. So buckle up, let's hit the road. Let's start with rare earth elements, or REEs as they're called. Fancy metals like neodymium, praseodymium, dysprosium, and terbium. These are the secret sauce in neodymium iron boron magnets, making EV motors super compact and powerful. Imagine squeezing 400 horsepower into an engine the size of a shoebox. Well, that's exactly what these magnets do. But here's the problem. China controls over 90% of the global supply, and in April of this year, 2025, they tightened export restrictions, jacking up costs and delaying shipments. Add disruptions like those happening in Myanmar, which supply over 40% of the heavy REEs like dysprosium, and it's a supply chain nightmare for EV makers. Rivian's feeling the pain big time. In Q2 of 2025, they reported an 8% cost spike per vehicle because of these specific shortages. They only delivered 10,661 vehicles last quarter, way below their targets, and stock tanked to $11.68 a share, a drop in 5.2% after their post-earnings call. They have since gained back some of their losses, but delays in getting export licenses from China, plus a 3-week factory shutdown in September to retool for the R2, have investors completely worried and sweating. Can Rivian bounce back? We'll get to that in just a little bit. Now let's talk about General Motors. General Motors, on the other hand, is cruising through this storm like a champion. They locked in a multi-year deal with Noveon Magnetics, sourcing REEs from California's Mountain Pass mine, the only active rare earth mine in the United States. GM also secured temporary export licenses from China, keeping their assembly lines for the models like the Chevrolet Blazer EV humming. And their decades as a legacy automaker means they've got supply chains locked tighter than a lug nut, giving them a huge advantage over players like Rivian, who's still learning the supply chain ropes. And then there's Tesla, the EV rock star, who's rewriting all of the rules. They've already cut neodymium by 25% in their Model 3 since 2017. And in 2023, they dropped a bombshell. They're going rare earth free with their ferrite-based magnets. These are cheaper, made with abundant iron oxide, and they do not rely on China's chokehold. They're also partnering with MP Materials at Mountain Pass and investing in U.S. refining to keep production steady. That's why Tesla stock isn't taking the same hit as Rivian's. They're playing chess while all the other newcomers are still playing checkers. Now let's shift gears to the battery metals that make the EV go: lithium, nickel, and cobalt. And let me remind everyone, these elements are not rare earth elements. They are not rare at all. In fact, they're plentiful. These are the heart and soul of most lithium-ion batteries, powering everything from the Tesla Model Y to the Rivian R1T. But in 2025, their markets have been on somewhat of a roller coaster. And let's break down the trends and what they mean for your next EV purchase. First, lithium. It's nicknamed white gold because it's critical for battery anodes. In 2023, 85% of global lithium went into EVs, a jump of 30% from 2022, according to the International Energy Agency. Here's the wild part. Lithium prices plummeted from their 2022 peak of $78,000 per ton to about $10,281 per ton in mid-2024, and they're still low in 2025. Why? Because of mines in Chile, Australia, and China pumping out a 10% surplus, flooding the market. Posts on X are buzzing that the prices may have bottomed, with McKinsey predicting an upcycle as lithium powers the grid storage system for renewable energy production like wind and solar. But here's the kicker. If EV sales hit 13 million units in 2025, as the IEA forecasts, a shortage could spike prices again. So, EV makers have locked in long-term deals already to avoid getting burned. Nickel's next. A star in high-energy density NMC batteries, nickel, manganese, cobalt, used by General Motors and Tesla for their longer-range EVs. EV nickel demand soared 30% in 2023 to 370,000 tons, over 10% of the global supply. Prices are down from $25,834 in 2022 per ton, hitting $15,518 per ton in January of this year. But demand could outstrip supply by late 2025, especially with Indonesia, the world's top producer at 37%, facing environmental pushback on their high-pressure acid leaching plants. Automakers are turning to recycled nickel. Think of old batteries getting a second life. And they're doing that to ease the nickel squeeze, so to speak. Cobalt's the wild card. It stabilizes batteries but comes with baggage. 70% of the world's supply is mined in the Democratic Republic of Congo, raising ethical concerns over labor conditions. Demand grew 15% in 2023 to 150,000 tons, but a 6.5% surplus dropped prices 34% to about $42 per battery EV by late 2023. Automakers like Volkswagen are pivoting away to cobalt-free batteries like LFP, as is GM in their upcoming Chevrolet Bolt. LFP batteries are safer and cheaper, but sacrifice some range, so premium EVs will still lean on the NMC or NCA battery chemistries. And don't forget, lithium manganese rich batteries from General Motors and other automakers are just around the corner and provide another low-cost solution to help us move away from heavy reliance on cobalt and nickel. And manganese is in abundance in countries outside of the Congo. It's available almost on every continent. What's the big takeaway? Battery pack prices fell from $151 to $139 per kilowatt hour between 2022 and 2023, then to $115 per kilowatt hour in 2024, and this year they are dipping below $100 per kilowatt hour, the magic number that makes EVs rival gas cars in price. Battery pack prices will remain under $100 per kilowatt hour despite the tariffs and despite the Trump administration's attack on green energy. The train has left the station and there is little anyone can do anywhere to stop the locomotive from reaching its full speed. LFP batteries are also skipping nickel and cobalt, dominating cost-sensitive markets, while NMC and NCA shine for high-performance vehicles and high-end models. Even with potential shortages looming by the end of this year, companies are investing in recycling, like redwood material, to bring the old batteries into new ones. And next-gen tech like manganese-rich batteries will ditch some of the more critical minerals. And those two things, manganese-rich batteries and especially recycling, are going to be game changers in the EV battery market over the next 2 to 3 years. And now time for the good news to keep your EV batteries buzzing with optimism. The industry is tackling these supply chain dramas like pros. Tesla's ferrite magnet push and GM's domestic rare earth deals are breaking away from China's grip. Falling lithium, nickel, and cobalt prices are making EVs more affordable, and some models are now cheaper than luxury SUV internal combustion engine variants. Innovations like cobalt-free LFP batteries and manganese-rich batteries, plus supplies coming from recyclers like Redwood Materials, are going to make EVs greener in the future. Even Rivian has bounced back with some investment from Volkswagen. Volkswagen has promised $5.8 billion, and they delivered $1 billion of that money to Rivian in June of this past year to stabilize their production. The EV revolution isn't just rolling, it's actually accelerating. These rare earth element and battery material issues are just mere blips on the radar and can be easily navigated by skilled leaders in this industry. So no worries, EVs are here to stay no matter who attacks them and with what they attack them with. That's a wrap for today's EV News Roundup. Are you pumped about a rare earth-free magnetic motor for your car or a cobalt-free battery? I know I am. Which innovation has you buzzing the most? Drop your thoughts in the comments below and smash that like button if you're hyped about an electric future. And do please subscribe for future updates. Until next time, keep your batteries full and your EV wheels spinning. I'll see you out there or somewhere along that route from point A to point B. Take it easy, everybody. I'll see you all real soon.